everybody, my name is Maya and welcome to my channel. Today, as you can see, I am at a pond and I'm going to be doing some fly fishing today with my brand new fishing rod and reel. I'm super excited to try out this combo today because this is going to be the first time I'm fishing with it, and all of this water looks really good behind me right here. It's a small-ish pond. The bass in here probably get like 1.5 to 2 pounds maximum, but it's still going to be a really great time. And there's also bluegill in here. So I just tied on a lure that both of those species love, and that is that little black woolly bugger. You can see I already took some casts around with it, that's why it's all wet. But I'm really excited to try out this new rod and reel and just get a line in the water and fight some fish on it. So I'm really excited to start fly fishing, or actually continue fly fishing, because I did take a couple casts with this rod before filming this just because I couldn't resist getting a line in the water. But I'm really excited to get this video started and hopefully get on some fish for you guys. So without further ado, let's go catch some fish. Alright, I'm just going to take some casts around this spot right here. There's this nice little bush hanging into the water. So I think this is going to be a good idea to cast around for a bit because there's some cover. Oh, there we go. Fish on the fly rod. I think it's a little bass. It is, a little largy. Actually, it's not so little. This is a pretty good one for this pond. Putting up a great fight too. It's pretty cold out here today, pretty windy. So these bass, I think, are not totally into shore, but not super far out either. I think it's probably in like the 4 to 5 foot range. And that's exactly where I casted and caught this bass. Wow, that's actually a really nice bass for this pond. This is probably like a 1.5 pounder. Check out this bass I just got on the fly rod. It's a pretty big bass for this little pond. I'd say he's about 1.5, maybe just getting up to 2 pounds, but it's a pretty decent bass, and to catch that on a fly rod was so much fun. But I don't want to keep him out of the water for too long, so let's get him right back. That is a really good sign to be catching bass like that already in this spot. And he hit that fly as soon as it hit the water, so that's a really promising thing. I was afraid because it got a little bit colder over the last couple days that the bass weren't going to be biting as much, but maybe the opposite is going to be the case. I'm just going to have to see, I guess, but I'm going to keep casting right in that same area. Oh my gosh, I got another one. That same area that I caught that first bass. And this one is a lot smaller, but still a bass, and it's on the fly rod, which, oh, he came out right here. Darn it. He was a little guy, maybe like 8 or 9 inches, I'd say. I'm gonna get that fly right back in there. See if something else will pick it up. I'm just gonna fish this woolly bugger. Oh my gosh, another one took it. It's another little bass. I'm fishing the woolly bugger just with little short, like jerks, little short pulls. Just sort of like a medium action. I'm not like ripping it through the water, but I'm also not just letting it sit there for a while. And they seem to be liking that, just a little twitches with it. And the wind literally just blew that fish out of my grasp. Another little guy. This one's actually got some really interesting colors on him. I don't know if you can tell that on camera, but he's got some really weird, like, chartreuse green colors. It's super light for a bass. We'll see you later. Thanks for playing, little guy. Well, I have to say, I like this a lot. This looks like a pretty good spot, too, because I'm catching quite a few bass here. I'm gonna hang out here for a little while, I think. Oh my gosh, I just watched that bass take it. That is literally the cast after I just got that one. So this is 2 in a row. This one's bigger too. I watched him come up and take it because this water is actually pretty clear. Oh, now he's on a stick. This one's a little bit smaller than that first one I caught, but much bigger than the last one. Here we go. Come on, bud. There you go. Look at that. Man, these fish got some gut on them. This one is probably about 1 pound. Another really good sized bass for this pond. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna get him right back in the water. See ya, bud. Thank you so much for biting. The bite has definitely slowed down, so I think I'm just gonna take a couple more casts in here. I have a feeling that there was maybe like a couple sitting in here. Maybe there's a couple spawning beds in there, and those were the fish that were hitting. If there's a bunch of bass sitting in one spot, then that'll be pretty good. If we keep moving around and have that same luck, then it's just gonna be a matter of finding those spots and fishing them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is just take a couple more casts here and then keep moving around the pond this way. The only problem with moving around the pond this way is that there's all trees on this side, so you can't really back cast. But I did sort of teach myself how to roll cast, so that's what we're gonna be doing, I think. I can see like little darker areas, so I'm wondering if there's spawning beds in here. If there are, that would be pretty good luck for me. Oh, there's a little bass. He actually looks like he just came right off a bed. Oh, he spit it right here. Darn it. He ate that thing as soon as it hit the water though, and it looks like he came off of a bed, so that might be good news if there's beds over here. Just kind of finding those. And I can kind of see them too, which is a good thing. So I know kind of where to cast, where there might be fish. Now it looks like there's a bunch of beds over here too. I'm not going to be able to cast to them, I don't think, because there's no back casting room. So I guess I can just roll cast out and hope for the best. I mean, I'm not great at roll casting, but at least it's something. I'm able to get it somewhere. I kind of want to get right where that branch is in the water. I feel like that's going to be a really good spot if I could get under there. Oh, that was good right there. There we go. I caught a fish too. Look at that. I think this is a bluegill. I don't think this is a bass. This is our second species for today. Little bluegill. I think I have a pretty decent bite too. There we go. Bright orange belly on him though, really pretty. See you, bud. Thanks for biting. I had just said too what a good cast that was. I was really happy with that cast and a fish picked it up. Ah, now the wind is blowing. It's gonna be impossible to cast. We're going in the weeds, the reeds. Oh my gosh, there's a bed right here. There's fish swimming around in it too. Don't even have to cast out. Looks to be a pretty big fish sitting there. Seems to have moved away. I bet he saw me. Nah, he's not falling for any tricks. There we go. Oh my goodness. This is probably one of the smallest bass I've ever caught. Tiny, tiny, tiny little guy. Look at the size of that little guy. And look at the fly that he took. It's like almost the size of his entire head. Bold little guy. We'll see you later. There we go. I actually saw the line move first, and then little guy took it. Another little bluegill. Here, bud. There we go. Little bluegill again, and that woolly bugger. Thanks for biting, little guy. See you later. And look at that, guys. We're right back where we started. We walked around the whole pond today. Fly fished even the toughest of areas. So I'm just gonna take a couple casts in through here, see if anything's willing to bite. Oh, and there is something willing to bite in here. It's a little bluegill. This spot seems to be the best around the whole pond. I don't know if it's just deeper here or if there's just a bunch of fish spawning, but it's a really nice spot. I've been catching a ton of fish here today. Look at that little bluegill, holding him totally backwards. See you later, buddy. That 5-foot range really seems to be the ticket for today, to be honest. All the fish I've caught have been almost exactly in that same like 5-foot belt of water out from shore. That probably made no sense, but I think you probably know what I mean. They're sitting about 5 feet out. All right, I think it's just about time to bring it in here. This wind is getting very chilly. Been out here for quite some time now. Oh, a little bass just followed it in. I can't believe that as I was reeling it. Wonder if I'll come back for it. Oh, now I have to stay for a little while longer. All right, now I think it's actually time to go. I'm just getting pretty cold out here and the bite seems to be dying down. So we're back to where we started, and I think that's right where we're gonna end this video. Alright, so I think it is fitting to end this video right where we started it. The wind gusts have started to pick up a little bit more, so it's becoming pretty difficult to cast, and my hands are freezing cold, so it's just about time to go in, but I had a really great time fishing with this rod today. The reel is super smooth, I really like it. The rod fights fish so well, it's so much fun. Even just pulling in the bluegill, it's really insanely fun on this fly rod. I just really enjoy fly fishing, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do a lot more of it this summer. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it, because I had a ton of fun bringing in all of those bass and bluegill on this fly rod today. And I guess I'll see you in the next video.